Hey, casual crypto investor family. It is the casual crypto investor, and I am back with another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about Ondo Finance making moves, as well as obviously we got the news in regards to interest rates, but the market didn't go the way that a lot of people thought it would. And honestly, I'm kind of not surprised, to be honest with you. I like if you watched my video yesterday. I was a little even skeptical that they would even drop interest rates. And a lot of the reason behind that was because of a lot of the unemployment reports coming out, like, Amazon cutting 30,000 jobs, UPS cutting several thousand, like 30 or $40,000 or $40,000, 40,000 jobs. Just many companies laying off. And then obviously we have the big elephant in the room, the government shutdown. A lot of people are not working, or if they are working, they're not getting paid. So I thought there was a lot of turmoil in the market. And so even though normally when the Fed drops the interest rates, if a lot of things are not going on, then usually the stock market will pump. Sometimes the crypto market will pump as well. But I think all these external things that are happening right now outweigh the Fed dropping interest rates. And so when we look at the overall crypto market, we're kind of still going down. We're down over 1.5% right now, sitting at a $3.73 trillion market cap. Bitcoin is sitting at $110,000, though it is up to almost 2.5% on the past 7 days, but it's down 2% in the past 24 hours. Ethereum down over 1.5% over the past 24 hours, though it is up 2.75% on the 7 day. And when we look at XRP is getting kind of beat down a little bit. We were at 260 the other day, but right now we're at 255. But hey, could be a good buying opportunity for some people. Though we are up almost 8% on the 7 day, which is good, because I know we're at around $2.30 or so a couple of days ago. So, nevertheless, and then looking at Binance is up almost 3.5% over the past 7 days, but not really nothing to scream about on the 1 hour and 24 hour. And then let's look at Ondo Finance. I got another Ondo Finance video for you guys. I think Ondo is definitely going to be one. I know like the price action kind of sucks right now with Ondo. It's sitting under $1, which is great because I'm definitely going to be buying some more Ondo. Very, very bullish on this particular crypto. I've made quite a few videos. If you're interested in that, definitely take a look at my library section on my YouTube page. You can check out all the Ondo videos that I've made. Big fan of this particular project. It is up almost 4% over the past 7 days, but it is currently down as well as with the majority of the market. All right. So, a lot of things, are happening in in the country, especially here in the States. Now, I think, some positive catalysts. I don't want to be negative Nancy. Okay. All right. But, you know, I think there's a lot of positive things too. One of the big positive things is the China trade deal. We shall see when that gets ironed out, how the market reacts in both the stock market as well as the crypto market. I think that will be a positive catalyst. But right now, I think the big elephant that we need to get situated is one, the government shutdown needs to come to an end, hopefully sooner rather than later. But honestly, right now, it doesn't even seem like there's any signs of that happening, which is unfortunate. But I think that will help stabilize the market. But right now, it's very it's weird. Like the market's kind of funky right now with people getting laid off, and this is right before the holiday season. So if you've been affected by these layoffs, thoughts and prayers with you guys. Hopefully, you all land on your feet. Don't give up. This is just all part of your story and all part of your journey to success. So I know what it's like being laid off. I've been there. I know what it's like being on unemployment. Been there. It's not fun, but hopefully this will motivate you and help you help a video like this and will kind of help you kind of forget about the things that you might be dealing with and hopefully give you some positive vibes. All right, moving on. When we look at the stock market again, because even though they did drop the interest rate 0.25%, I think it was kind of tempered by them kind of alluding to that they might not drop interest rates in December. And I I think potentially how these job reports come out, I think that, I would not be shocked if they keep things the way they are, if they don't drop interest rates, if the job reports and if that unemployment keeps going up. And I definitely think we will see an uptick in unemployment. Now, again, November's job report is going to reflect October's numbers. So it probably won't really be until December until we'll see what we're actually looking at with all these layoffs coming down the pipeline. So, but I could see why the market reacted the way it did today. And, honestly, until we get, a stable job market, as well as getting, people in the government back working again, it's going to be choppy. It's going to be choppy, both in the stock market as well in the crypto market. All right. Moving on, quick shameless plug. Make sure to follow me on X if you want to stay updated in regards to what's happening in the crypto space, as well as what's happening in the casual crypto investor community. Sometimes it's easier for me to tweet than it is for me to make a video. So make sure to stay locked in with me on X if you are a X user. All right. So big news, as we just mentioned, the Federal Reserve has cut interest rates down to 25 basis points. This is great news. This is definitely bullish for crypto. But right now, I think we have some other things that we need to address in order for us to see the pump that we're all waiting to see, as well as, especially with the government being shut down, a lot of these ETF applications for like XRP and other cryptocurrencies are in limbo right now. So again, I'm just, man, we just need to get the government back open. Okay, I'm sorry, but I mean, we really need. It's really getting bad, and people need to work and people need to get paychecks. All right. So I'm hoping that, they can get something before November, but we shall see what happens with that. All right. Now let's dive into Ondo Finance. They're making big moves today. Ondo Global Markets expands to Binance Chain, brings U.S. markets to millions worldwide. Okay. This is the advantage of going digital. More and more people will be able to invest in ETFs, stocks, all this kind of stuff. Money is going to flood into the market at some point. And when it does, it is going to blow up. And I think Ondo Finance is definitely going to be one of the ones that benefits from this new technology and this new access point to other customers. All right. So it says right here, 100 plus tokenized stocks and ETFs are now live on one of the world's most active blockchain ecosystem, supported by PancakeSwap. Wall Street now on BNB chain, powered by Ondo Finance. All right. And so let's dive in a little deeper. So it says right here, Ondo Finance expands $1.8 billion tokenization market to Binance Chain. Ondo Finance has expanded its Ondo global market platform to BNB chain, enabling non-U.S. investors to access tokenized U.S. equities around the clock using blockchain-based settlement and custody. All right. So again, one of the things that blowed me away with crypto was that it traded 24/7. You can just buy and sell at any time, on a Saturday, on a Sunday, on a Monday at 12 a.m. or whatever. You have access to that. That was like one of my like aha moments when it came to crypto. Now imagine to be able to do that with stocks. Okay. And that's what's going to happen as Ondo, Ondo moves a lot of those tokenized stocks and ETFs onto Binance. And Binance is one of the largest crypto, or is the largest crypto exchange in the world. So this is going to be huge. A lot more people will be able to get involved in the stock market. And so it's right here. It says the move follows the Project Strong debut on Ethereum in September, where it quickly amassed a $350 million in total value and processed over $669 million in on-chain trading volume. BNB Chain is home to one of the largest and most engaged global user base in Web3. Expanding Ondo Global Markets to BNB Chain allows us to bring tokenized U.S. stocks and ETFs to millions of users across Asia, Latin America, and other geographies in an environment that is fast, cost efficient, highly interoperable, said Nathan Allman, CEO of Ondo Finance. All right. And so wrapping up here, it says, according to RWA.xyz, Ondo's finance total tokenization assets have now reached 1.83 billion, up 4% in the last 30 days. Honestly, guys, I think like it's going to, I could see this thing maybe even going into the trillions. I know that's a lot, But honestly, when you talk about tokenizing all these different things from stocks to ETFs to real estate, insurance, I mean, there's so much stuff that you can tokenize, right? I think it's only a matter of time. I know, again, doesn't feel like it's coming fast, but when it does hit, man, I think it's going to hit like a hurricane, in my opinion. All right. Moving on, it says U.S. Treasuries dominate the portfolio with 80%, followed by public equity 17%, and stablecoins 1.78%. With a $2.3 billion market capitalization, Ondo's network value remains closely tied to its rapidly growing tokenizations ecosystem. The BNB chain integration is expected to further enhance liquidity and visibility. So guys, this is very, very exciting, especially if you're an Ondo finance holder. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Are you bullish on Ondo? Love to chop it up with you in the comments section. If you enjoy this content, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.